Hey everybody, we are back at Lockhart, starting off on the southeast corner, and we can look and see that from the backside at least, it looks like the video board has been installed. So we'll take a look on the other side a little bit, see if we can see a little bit more. But last week it was just like the framework for it. And this week it looks like we have some solid board up there. So it looks to me like the video board is in. And as we kind of look further deeper in, now we're looking straight ahead, straight back from the south, looking towards the north, and we can see that the supporter section is complete. All the seats, I know there's a lot of confusion about the safe standing area. There are foldable seats there, so people can stand or sit. As we know, most people will stand. It is a supporter section. But those seats are complete, and as we were told last week when we were hanging out with Eric, that the board up on that side should be going up within this month, so within the next week or so, it should go up. It was late January, early February, I believe he said. And as we move further down on the east side, you can see in this section here on one of the end zones that they've got those boxes there, so they're getting ready to put the seats in if they have not started already. It's hard to tell from this angle, but we could definitely see the boxes there for the seats to go in on that side. And we see something similar over here on the east side. I can see a lot of wrappings and things like that. It looks like they're getting ready to add in more seats on the east as well. From here you can get a really good view of the scoreboard, video board, what have you. Looks like the main pieces in there. Obviously there looks like there's some pieces on the side, maybe speakers. I'm not sure what goes on the side, maybe some other strips of video board. But the main part is there, and they've started installing the seats like we just mentioned. Pretty good view here from across the street. Now as we move along the east side stands, you can see that the solid paneling has been added all around. And now we just have to fill in this middle part with whatever's gonna go there. But it's looking nice. And it looks like they've got some paneling that they've started putting in on the overhang as well. This nice decorative solid paneling giving that sleek and modern look. Also, if we pan down, we could see here last week, this was all dirt. Now it's all been paved. Fresh pavement all along the east side. So this would be like your concourse as you're walking around, hitting the bathrooms, going to your seats. Nice fresh pavement. Walking further east, now you can get a good look inside the supporter section and see that finished seating right there. Now we peer in on the northeast corner, and we can see this section here we found out last week is going to be the Heineken bar is going to go right here. Anybody want a nice fresh cold brewed Heineken? This is where you'll come, right here on the northeast corner. From this same northeast corner, we're looking now over the west side. I just had to take a second here to zoom in just to look at all the activity. You've got several guys over there working, preparing the west stands on a Sunday morning. We got a lot of activity, a lot of construction noise going on out here, a lot of banging, a lot of drilling, a lot of activity to meet that February 20th deadline. As we move further along, you get a nice open view of the supporter section, and a little bit over there you can see the west and the luxury club area over there. And we peer over here and we start to see the artificial turf football fields and soccer fields over here. All right, we're now back in the northeast training pitches back here, and you could really see the grass is growing in. Although it's still, these are fields that are the most recently laid sod, and you can see the seams are still in there. There's still some growth that needs to happen. I think this has been through like one trimming so far. But still got a long way to go back here as far as being able to play on this surface. But that's okay, because the surface, what would be the main training surface was laid first, and that's like fully grown in, nice. All the seams are nice and closed up. It looks great. But back here, it still needs a little more time. We've now moved to the farthest northern east point of the training facility, here in the back corner of the pitch. You know, we were guessing, Ed and I were guessing on what this space was. He thought maybe it was a place to grill. That makes a lot of sense. I thought maybe it was a place to put a bathroom back here for the players to go, you know, when they need to. But what we found out is this space right here is going to be the grounds shop. So this is where they'll put, you know, I guess all the equipment to take care of these fields. So the foundation has been laid, and building can go up here anytime. Obviously, this is not as high a priority as the main stadium or anything like that, but it looks like it. You know, how long does it take to put a box up on some concrete? That's really all they need to do. They're busy planting a bunch of little shrubbery along the road, and it looks like somebody lost their shoe. We have now moved over to the west side, and we're looking at the training facility where we could see some more of that netting has been added. So the netting was added on the other side of this field. Now it's been added right up against the building. You see all the glass, pretty much all the glass has been installed on this building. They've added some new fencing outside here. It's a little harder to get close. I can't peer over it anymore. So this is the same fencing that we see on the east side. So east and west side now are starting to match. And as we know, in just a couple of weeks, the team will be training here. The inside of that facility may not be complete by then, but this field definitely is. This is the field I was referring to before, where you could see all the seams have filled in. This one has been was planted quite a while ago. So this one is ready to go. So we'll be practicing out here in the very near future. Right now the team's up in Port St. Lucie area, getting ready to move up to Bradenton to play some preseason games. And here's the generator and equipment next to the training facility. This big white box is new. It looks like it takes some diesel fuel there. So that's been added this week, it looks like. I didn't see it last week. Now it looks like they're putting up some like walls here, where this will be the player walking area from the training facility out to the pitch. So they're building up a wall there. As we move further south on the west side, we're right here on Stryker Boulevard. Sign is still there, but now it's starting to lean again. Let's work on Stryker Boulevard. Let's keep them upright. And we get a nice view inside the west side here. And from here we could see some guys working on the second or third level there of the VIP section, the VIP area on the west side. This is where they'll have free food and beverage for those that are lucky enough to sit over there. So that's coming along. We've got a lot of workers over there today. Moving from the VIP area over to, we're still in the west, but now we're looking at the east side, and there you can see how many seats have been added to that east side. I could see from here that my seats are installed. So we can see that there's a lot of seats added on the northeast side, and they're still adding some on the south. That's where we saw some boxes and things getting ready to get installed. It's a nice kind of pattern going through the entire stadium. Same exact pattern that we see on the supporters section. Landscaping crews busy at work here on the west side. You can see some fresh grass, some fresh sod has been laid here on the outsides of the parking lot for those on the west side. This is brand new fresh sod. Some new plants that have been installed all along. Here's your full view of the west and west end, and we can see that purple is still there. That needs to get covered up quick. But we did learn last week that this black shaft going up is the elevator. So those people that were concerned about how they may get to their seats, don't worry, we do have an elevator here on the west side. That purple stuff will get covered up. If you look at the images of the original design, They'll have some pink facade or something there. And all this stuff here, which is open, looks like it'll be in the images again. We'll put one up right here. It looks like it's glass that will go in there and make it look nice, clean, and modern. If not glass, maybe it's just screens. But from the images, to me, it looks like glass. You know, a few weeks ago, when we were here, we noticed, it was maybe more than a few weeks, but we noticed right here on this corner, there was an American flag and an Inter Miami flag. That has since been taken down, not sure why, but I think they should put it back up. I liked it. And here's the western view of that scoreboard, and you can see the boxes here for the seats as well. Those seats go in rather quickly, so next week they'll be, you know, pretty far along, if not completely finished there. Things are moving along pretty nice here at the home stretch. Now we can see what I was talking about before, the east side stands. It's pretty much done with all the seats. It's just some on the first bottom rows that looks like that still need to be installed. But they're pretty much done with the entire east side. And we learned last week that this section here with this walled off section and these little square buildings, that one there is for security, and then the rest are for electrical and things like that. This area will be kind of walled off, so this is all for just running the stadium. So that's not public areas. We got a nice drive through there last week. If you didn't check out that video, go back and make sure you check out last week's video. We'll put a link in the up above. Well, that's it this week, folks. What did we see this week? Not a whole lot of big changes other than a big scoreboard. We saw the big video board that looks like it's been installed over on the south end. And we saw some more seats have been installed. So a lot more seating has been put in place all along the east side. The supporter section is done, and they're well under their way in the south end as well. The training facility looks like it's further along. It's looking a little more finished on the exterior part, and I'm sure the inside looks equally as finished or getting closer to being finished. So, and also we learned that that back bathroom, restroom, whatever you want to call it, is actually the grounds shop. So that's where they'll keep all the equipment. Plus lots of just plants and trees being added all around the facility, kind of beautifying the space. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.